Okay, I think I've got everything the way I need it to be. So, I decided on my YouTube channel here, I have another project called the Countdown Timer Project. Um, it was something I did, I think, in my junior year of high school, something like that. It's been several years, anyways. Um, Recently, I ran into a little bit of extra time. Several projects that I've been working on had suddenly become closed for a couple of different reasons, and I decided to open some old ones back up. And one thing that I always wanted to do with the Countdown Timer project was take it a step further and make it so that you could actually display not only numbers but characters on the screen as well. So what you're looking at the back of right now is a new 2 by 12 16 segment display that I've built here in Minecraft using Tekkit Classic, Minecraft 1.2.5. Um, just before we go into too much about this, it's very similar to the Countdown Timer project. It uses RedPower's colored wire to make everything work along with ComputerCraft computers. Um, each digit has its own computer for listening for instructions. Um, in all reality, it's very, very similar to how the Countdown Timer project worked. It adds a significantly larger uh, set of options for displaying text on the screen. Um, the front of the screen looks pretty straightforward. It's really no different um, in terms of construction, other than the fact that you have to add in the 16 segment pieces. So it's another 8 segments when compared to the um, original countdown clock display. In terms of what this is capable of, um, for the most part, I haven't done a whole lot with special functions like horizontal scrolling, vertical scrolling, etc. Um, but I can write, let's say, the word hello to the first line of the screen, which is references 0, and you can see hello pop up on the screen. And then if I type right line world 1, then world will pop up on the bottom part of the screen. And in this, there is a fairly comprehensive um, dictionary of characters. There's all the lowercase and uppercase letters, as well as 0 through 9. Um, I didn't include punctuation because the screen doesn't really lend itself to doing punctuation very well. It with the way everything is set up and the limitations in ComputerCraft and Red Power, mostly Red Power, and the fact I didn't have any more colors to work with, I didn't set up any sort of mechanism for putting like a period, a question mark, etc., etc. Um, you could do apostrophes and commas pretty easily. They might look a little weird, but in all reality, it's possible. And you could probably do a question mark pretty easily too. Um, it's just not something that crossed my mind when I was. In terms of replicating this project, if I see enough interest, I'll do a how-to video on how to build one of these digits. I'm not going to go through the process of building all 24 or more, depending on how many you want, because it is possible to do more than just a 2 by 12 screen with the way the code is written. Um, but yeah, if there's enough interest, I'll do a demonstration video on how to build one of the actual digits. But other than that, if you want to look at the code is down in the description below. Um, and I may add more stuff over time. I'd really like to see the horizontal and vertical scrolling thing work. Um, and there's a couple of other little things that might be neat to see. Um, you know, just a variety of things that, you know, might be interesting to have. One thing that I was working on when I originally started this project was a library that allows you to get the time from a website um, and use it to display on the screen. Granted, this screen is a little slow just because of how big it is and the limitations of Minecraft. You guys have to keep in mind that Minecraft, in terms of world updates, only updates every uh, 20th of a second. It updates 20 times in a second. So that means that whatever the ComputerCraft computers have to do, it has to be able to get done in a 20th of a second. Otherwise, it's probably going to get skipped and you're going to get an error. I know that when I was originally building this project, I got a whole slurry of errors that made a giant mess when I was trying to make everything work. Um, but yeah, that's it. So code's down below. If there's enough interest, I'll show how to build one of these. Um, I might even post this world. This is running on my personal server that me and my friends play on. So um, I can probably post the world pretty easily just by grabbing it out of the server. All right.